This is the Goodwood Motor Circuit in the UK. Built on the former ring road of an RAF base in World War II, it's a super high speed, bumpy and narrow track that's best known for hosting the Goodwood Revival event every year, where a collection of old, classic and legendary racing cars come together and we go back in time as they're put through their paces and race just how they were in period. Formula 1 has never had a championship race at Goodwood, although it did hold some non-championship events in the 50s and 60s, and with the release of the new V12 interpretation of a modern F1 car by Racing Studio, I wondered how these modern machines would fare on this historic track. The outright fastest lap around this track is by Nick Padmore in an Arrows A11 Formula 1 car when he did a demonstration a few years ago, and the fastest lap was a 109.9. I think we're going to go much faster than that in our 2026 V12 Formula 1 cars. So here we are then on the grid. I have to say this took me a good few attempts to record. I did a lot of crashing and I'll show you some of those crashes at the end of the video because these AI are very unpredictable and this track is very difficult to drive with all these cars on track. But here we are into turn 1. It's so fast around here, especially when you're on your own. But I'm currently surrounded by cars, so have to take it a little bit easy. You do have DRS around the whole track, so you do have to close it before going into some of these corners. So like this one, you don't actually need to brake, so you have to manually disconnect the DRS. Big slide from the guy in front here, and this track is actually super bumpy. You don't really notice it in the old classic cars and touring cars and things like that, but when you're in a Formula 1 car that's literally sucking itself to the road, you really do feel the bumps, and especially around the high speed corners where you've got the bumps around the high speed. I've spun so many times in this car, you have to take it so easily, but so fast coming through that double right hand, and normally they're really difficult corners in the old classic car, but in this, a dab on the brakes and you take it through both apexes. Just don't hit the curbs because that really does upset the car. But as you can see, we are not doing too badly. The track is very narrow though, it's difficult to pass. I'm actually falling back, but them bumps are really catching me out and it's so difficult. I literally feel like I'm holding on around here. And look at this, when I come into this corner, I'm flat out, I lift off the throttle, but the car's sliding all over the place. Then you hit the bumps, then you have to slow down. It's so difficult. I'm on the grass, the bumps are throwing me all over the place. I'm taking too much speed to the corner, chasing the rear end, trying to get on the curve system, trying to get on the DRS. So much to think about because it's such a quick lap. We've already done a 101.2, so we've smashed Nick Padmore's time out of the water. But yeah, coming down to here again, look, dab on the brakes, downshift 2 gears, take it through the last part and into the final chicane. It's such a fast track, there is no breathing time whatsoever, and I just could not imagine doing this in real life. The G-forces, especially around these fast corners at 300 kph, almost flat through those first 2 corners, almost spinning again, bumps all over the place. I just could not imagine this in real life. I don't think this would be possible. It'd be a lot of fun, but I think there'd be a lot of crashing, a lot of spinning. And yeah, look, we can see how we're closing in, but we just lose the rear end. We compensate too much by braking, so I thought I was going to hit the car in front. It brought the rear end of the car around, but we carry on. It's the final lap anyway. See if we can keep the guys behind me now on the curves, on the DRS. And yeah, this is an experience. You're literally holding on the whole way around. It's like a roller coaster that you have control of. It's absolutely crazy. I take a little bit too much speed into here, touch the curb, as you can see, not a good idea, spin again. It's an absolute disaster. But yeah, I don't think modern Formula 1 cars are built for this circuit. I think it would be fine to do time trials and stuff around here, but an actual race, there just isn't enough space really. But what do you think? What other tracks do you think Formula 1 cars should race at? Is there any weird and wacky ones you think we should try in the future videos? I know I can think of a few, especially some small UK tracks, Cadwell Park for example, Alton Park. Again, they're very narrow though, you just wouldn't be able to pass, and the Formula 1 cars these days are so big that it's just almost impossible to pass. Maybe if you tried this with a 90s or 2000s Formula 1 car, it'd be an awful lot easier. But yeah, with these modern machines, it just doesn't work. But thanks so much for watching the video, I really appreciate it. Please do hit the like and the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.